other day we were asked or adjured of Jordan Bay, so we speak of the Mohawk. I looked a little bit into the matter for you, for me, for all of us. The Mohawk Karonghyonte were the keepers of the eastern door, the most easterly section of the Haudenosaunee Iroquois Confederacy, Mohawk, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca. There in southeastern Ontario and Quebec around Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River, and southwards into New York State, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, and east to the Green Mountains of Vermont. The Mohawk were originally based in the valley of the Mohawk in present-day New York State, USA, America, west of the Hudson River. And yes, that does mean it was discovered by Henry Hudson, him whom giveth name on to Hudson's Bay and Strait of Hudson and whatnot. The Mohawk were semi-sedentary. They had villages, but were also apt to move from place to place en masse. Tribal migrations, perhaps due to seasonal incursions. Related families lived together in longhouses, which are symbolic of Iroquois society. Niwaskw was a virgin of the Heroine Abenaki, and her of virgin birth delivered on to us Woban Aden-ok, white buffalo calf woman, and her too remaineth e'er a virgin, albeit of double duck Gici Niwaskw, the owner. She bare forth into being of for us Gici Niwaskw, the great creator god of the Wabanaki tribes. Gici Niwaskw you might think of as the great spirit, the great benevolent spirit. But albeit Gici Niwaskw was benevolent, he did not directly interrelate with us humans, ere then and not now, and is rarely, if ever, personified in dreams, myths, legends, visions, imaginations whatsoever. Gici, Niwaskw was, or is also known as Tahkarihoken, which means two river currents flowing together. Thayendanegea, the prophet of the law of peace, is traditionally the son of the and messenger of the Creator. These tales may have a lot to do with, you would think, the influence of the Jesuits. I would like to suggest here something different for you to mull over. And think as ye now of our Solutrean forefathers which crossed over the Atlantic ice bridge that in its time during the deluge melted and they were stranded in North America. I am not referring to the Mormon imaginings, which I think were of a later rendition to this story. And we will find in many of the names that we are heretofore to encounter on this journey together into the Mohawk Nation that of most of my studies into history and genealogy of the First Nations folks and of the founder colonial forefathers that in the Mohawk and their language, for anyone who is in university, they might want to apply, the two languages and cross-reference them. You'll find that there's a lot more similarities to the words used in both the Mohawk and the ancient Egyptians. Now, I'm not saying that those legends of the ancient Egyptians traveling to North America are true, although I do know and believe that the Phoenicians did breach the gates of Gibraltar in their time and followed the currents to South America. This is one of the things that a lot of those old Aztec legends and Mayan legends that were destroyed by the Jesuits when they came, you'll find a little bit about it here and there now and then. The German writers of old used to be the best at talking about those kinds of things, having the most interest and the most research done in those studies then, not too long ago, 2-3 generations ago. So we're going to go back to Tahkarihoken, Thayendanegea, two river currents flowing together. He was the son of a Heroine woman named Konwatsi-tsaienni, a virgin visited by a spirit and told her child would bring peace and unity to the Haudenosaunee people. And in that she is called a mother of nations. And of course this is the traditional story of the messenger of the Creator. And that part of the story, outside of the discussion we just had concerning the relation of Mohawk words to ancient Egyptian words, is this seemeth so very much like Jesuit influence, or maybe Sulpician, or even Dutch Reformed Church, which was very active in that neighborhood then. I came across several names that we will talk about to sate your interest, if not mine own self. We begin here with Maria Hill, mother of Ari Kanagawende Hill of Astawenserontha, South Bank, Mohawk Valley, husband of Katharina Hill, daughter of Sarah. Ari Kanagawende Hill was baptized with his wife Katharina and his mother Maria and his mother-in-law Sarah at the Schenectady Dutch Reformed Church, 1700, October 05. Ari Kanagawende Hill and Katharina were the parents of Cornelius Thannewanege Hill, progenitor of a very prolific family, numerous today both throughout the Six Nations Reserve in Brant County and in Tyendinaga Reserve in Hastings County, Ontario, Canada, but amongst the Anglos of that Western nations. Now, Cornelius Thannewanege Hill, Cornelius Thannewanege Hill married a Mohawk woman named Katharina Kerr Kahagis. And we see here that they had, of their children, one notable mention that I scribbled, Aaron Osorgate Hill of Tyendinaga, Lower Mohawk Village, New York, who married Margaret Konwatsi-tsaienni Green of Tyendinaga, Lower Mohawk Village. Her, the daughter of Anna Haziankeha Teosaroege, born about 1680 in the Mohawk Valley, British colonial America, and the wife of Kerr, Anagurunda Onisroenhondi, 1675 to 1737. Aaron Osorgate Hill and Margaret Konwatsi-tsaienni Green of Tyendinaga were the parents of Loyalist Captain David Karonghyonte, called Flying Sky Hill, Astawenserontha, 1745 to 1790, dying at age 45. Him, a close associate of William Johnson and friend of Joseph Brant. David and his brother Aaron accompanied British Captain John Munro on his raid of Boston, New York, 1780, in one of 3 coordinated raids launched primarily out of Canada in late September 1780, which struck upstate New York targets in Albany, Tyrone, and Charlotte counties. Giving a little bit of perspective to the interrelation of the folks. This chart, we'll end up talking about Chief Joseph Brant, Thayendanegea of the Six Nations Wolf Clan, but we'll begin by talking of his grandparents, Jacob Kajinwirango Swift Arrow, and Jacomin Kajinwirago Tyendinaga of the Mohawk Valley, New York. 4 children are listed. Deborah Kajinwirago, mother of a heathen, but it were writ she was receiving instruction. So they might have been pressuring that girl to adopt Christian ethics as opposed to her native belief. The next child is Abraham Kajinwirago, then Brant Kajinwirago, whom took to wife Jacomin Kajinwirago, and the 4th child of Jacob Kajinwirago and Jacomin Kajinwirago, Tahkarihoken, is Peter Tahkarihoken Kajinwirago, 1707 to 1745. Him married Margaret Konwatsi-tsaienni, the daughter of Abraham Onasagkeret and Marie Brant, the daughter of Margaret Kivizenthe and Sakwainkwaragatun Brant. Now Margaret Tahanga Wakwangir Kwa Brant was also called Owanda or Sajtaja Atat Kanan Aradanka. She lived from 1715 to 1782, being the mother of Chief Joseph Brant Thayendanegea of the Six Nations Wolf Clan, chief of the Mohawk tribe and captain of the British Army, born 1742 on the banks of the Ohio River. After the death of his father, he was raised in the Mohawk village Canajoharie Castle in New York State. The history of Chief Joseph Brant Thayendanegea of the Six Nations, the Wolf Clan, was a Canadian heroine Molly Konwatsi-tsaienni of Ohio Valley. The exact location of her grave is unknown, so that woman died free. Her married Sir William S. Johnson, called Waralgiagaya, first baronet in charge of Indian Affairs and superintendent of the Northern District. And there's a star there saying we should look more into that family, but that is an American colonial family, and today we're focusing principally upon that Mohawk Valley First Nations connection. Again, Maria Hill, mother of Ari Kanagaowende Hill and Katharina, daughter of Sarah, all of whom were baptized at Schenectady into the Dutch Reformed Church, were the forefathers or ancestors of Cornelius Thannewanege Hill, and him married Katharina Karonghyonte Kahagis of North Bank, Mohawk Valley, British colonial America. Their son, Aaron Oseragete Hill, married Margaret Konwatsi-tsaienni Green, daughter of Anna Haziankeha Teoserogash and Cairo Anagurunda Onji Onitho and Houndy of Mohawk Valley, New York, British colonial America. The son of Aaron Oseragete Hill, Margaret Konwatsi-tsaienni Green, was Aaron Kerr Hill, a Tyendinaga Lower Mohawk village. He married Susanna Thayendanegea Skenandoah, her born on the banks of the Ohio River in 1746, dying 1778, age 32 of tuberculosis in Fort Nicaragua. So God bless her soul. The mother of Susanna Decken and Sarah Skenandoah is unknown. Her father, though, is Isaac Decken Yen and Sarah, and his first wife was Nugia. Her the mother of the Mohawk woman by him, Margaret Peggy Christine Brant, Gatona Sarah of Upper Mohawk Valley, Conanjori Castle. Their daughter was Christina Aron Brant, and her was the wife of Aaron Henry Genwadeshawn Hill, called a faithful warrior on all occasions. During the War of 1812, he took part in the ambush of American forces. 1813, June 24th, Beaver Dams, Thoroyd, C. William Johnson Kerr. Albeit he was always called a man of very agreeable looks and mild manners, who had been the best educated scholar at Harvard. He was wounded in the hand and in the thigh on November 1814 as one of a small party which prevented a large American force from crossing Grand River to attack Burlington Heights. QV. We'll look at Burlington Heights in a little bit. Aaron Henry Konwatsi-tsaienni Hill was the son of Aaron Kananaran Hill and Susanna Decken and Ransensen Re Kesakanoandoa, etc. Now, Christina Kayan Aaron Brant, daughter of daughter of Margaret Peggy Christine Brant, Awagagatana of Upper Mohawk Valley, Kanajori Castle, was the second wife of Chief Joseph Brant, Thayendanegea of the Six Nations. The first wife, Mary Jane Winery, bare a daughter, Betsy Brant, who married Isaac Bombury of Brant County, Ontario, and they had children that prospered. Another woman whom had a relationship or a marriage with Chief Joseph Brant Thayendanegea was Catherine Anagurunda Croghan of Konwatsi Castle, Mohawk Territory, a former wife of Chief Wabanose of the Mississauga tribe of the Ojibwa Nations in the Mississauga lands, Burlington, Halton County, Upper Canada, British colonial America. Now, we were told to note the name Captain William John Simcoe Kerr. No, we were told to remember Colonel Chief William Johnson Kerr, a leader of warriors at the Battle of Beaver Dams during the War of 1812. He married Elizabeth Brant, daughter of Catherine Astawenserontha Croghan of Kanajori Castle. Her father was Joseph Brant. Her grandfather was Colonel George Tahkarihoken Croghan, King of the Traders, in the Upper Mohawk Village neighborhood. Colonel George Tahkarihoken Croghan, King of the Traders, had married head woman of the Turtle Clan, Lady Catherine Tahkarihoken Karonghyonte, daughter of Sarah Tahkarihoken and Niwaskw Peters, chief. Last of the Mohawk Like most of the Mohawk, Karonghyonte sided with the British against the French during the colonial wars. So not last of the Mohawks, like most of the Mohawks. Karonghyonte sided with the British against the French during the colonial wars. Catherine Astawenserontha Brant, whom was first married to Wabanos, chief of the Mississauga in 1775, was next married to Joseph Brant Thayendanegea, married 1780, Fort Niagara, New York. Joseph Brant was the son of Lady Catherine Tahkarihoken Karonghyonte Gadatel, sister of James Tahkarihoken, the children of Nikas, Kerr, Gadatia, Peters, and Sarah Tahkarihoken, head woman of the Turtle Clan, Mohawk River, Ontario. British colonial Mohawk River, Oneida, British colonial America. Head woman of the Turtle Clan, Sarah Tahkarihoken, wife of Niwaskw Dati Peters, with the parents of Lady Catherine Tahkarihoken, Karonghyonte, wife of Colonel George Tahkarihoken Croghan, called Anagurunda, the Buck, King of the Traders. Son of Major William Croghan, Irish-born fur trader of the Ohio country and the region. He was a key figure. Colonel George Tahkarihoken Croghan, called Anagurunda, the Buck, King of the Traders, was an Irish-born fur trader in the Pennsylvania, Ohio country, and in those regions he was a key figure. Him, the son of Major William Croghan and Lucy Clark, sister of Mary William H. Clark. Whom was co-leader of the Corps Discovery in relation with Meriwether Lewis, later Missouri governor. Him, the son of John Clark of Mulberry Hill and Anne Paulette Rogers, an important British colonial family in Virginia and Kentucky and Missouri. The first wife, or first union, or first child of Major William H. Clark was born Michael Clark, son of an unknown black African slave woman. And him took to wife a woman named Anna Humphreys. And their son was Peter Humphreys Clark, 1829 to 1925, Ohio's most effective black abolitionist, writer, and speaker. He was the first African-American socialist in the United States of America, running for Congress in 1878 under the banner of Socialist Labor Party of America. He was also the first leader engaged by Cincinnati Black Public Schools in 1849, the first teacher, and founder principal of Ohio's first public school for black students in 1866. Curiously enough, his half-sibling, Brigadier General Meriwether Lewis Clark Sr., 1809 to 1881, an architect, a civil engineer, a politician, and a general in the Confederate Army, and an officer who served as a mapmaker during the Black Hawk War, was strongly pro-secessionist. And his mother was Julia Hancock, daughter of Margaret Kennerly Peggy Strother and Colonel George Hancock of Thayendanegea. On a side note, I queried whether Anne Paulette Rogers, the wife of John Clark of Mulberry Hill, insomuch as they were an important British colonial family, had they any relation to Anagurunda, a name that sent shivers through many a savage. For indeed he was Lieutenant Colonel Robert Rogers of Rogers Rangers and Elite Special Forces, and him was son of James Jacob Rogers and Mary Jean McFartridge. James Jacob Rogers was the son of Jacob Rogers and Mary, and Jacob Rogers was the son of James Rogers. So again, James Rogers, the father of Jacob Rogers, him took to wife Mary. Their son was James Jacob Rogers, the husband of Mary Jean McFartridge. And their son was Lieutenant Colonel Robert Rogers Wobonmagonda of Robert Rogers Rangers and Elite Special Forces. But I found no other strong relation together to the those other Virginia colonialist families we were discussing in relation to that Mohawk family, or that Mohawk relation, that tie to unite all our families. Okay, this is now we're going to Holland. Actually, we're going to begin in Cleve, Nordheim, Westphalen, home of the Rhenish Dutch, now modern-day Germany, whereof were living Cornelius Jansen von Cleve and Johanna Adriaan Berkel, parents of Cornelius Jansen van Cleve, husband of Mariken van Deventer. And she gave he 2 children. The first be Laura Ens van Cleve, a soldier, a captain in Nathaniel Richards' company in New York County, 1746, and he served in the expedition against Canada. His sister was Satschi van Cleve of New Amsterdam, whom wed Jans Gijsberten van Meteren, who died in Brooklyn, Kings County, the son of Gilbert Justin Gijsbert Jan van Meteren, the son of Jans Gijsbert van Meteren of Gelderland, Netherlands, 1585 to 1650. Now, Croghan Jans van Meteren, the son of Satschi van Cleve, the granddaughter of Cornelius Jansen van Cleve and Johanna Adriaan, was married to Catherine Sadgoa van Matel, and their son was Crin Anakwa Daon Shikrin of the Turtle Clan. And his wife was born on the south bank of the Mohawk River Her name was Ana Onihonehaundi Hezanahakaka Haziank Eha Ana Onihonehaundi Hazeangi Ha, whose name means who clings to a dress, and she was of the Bear Clan, and her mother was Ila Yawa Andase, who has little to eat, of the south bank of the Mohawk River. Kren Anagurunda of the Turtle Clan, and Anna Anihon Hamdi Hayes Anaheka, who clings to a dress of the Bear Clan, were the parents of the principal woman of the Bear Clan, Katharina Kanagara Donkwa Taganskwaari, and her married Brant Tawaga Wengara Kakwin Kanagara Donkwa, 1696 to 1766, the son of Konwatsi-tsaienni, Maria Senahanawith. Konwatsi-tsaienni and Maria Senahanawith were the parents of Brant Tahkarihoken Queen Kanagara Donkawa, the husband of Katharina Kanagara Donkawa Taganakawaskwari, the principal woman of the Bear Clan, and their children, two listed here. The eldest is Thomas Gici Brant, Desarantiu, a chief warrior at Thayendanegea. He was married to Catherine John of the Wolf Clan. Their son was Captain John Astawenserontha, and him married Catherine Brant of Ontario, Canada, and their youngest son was John Tobacco of Ontario, and he has a large family, and his eldest sister was Margaret Desarantiu Brant, whom was the second married to Joseph Brant Jr., the son of Chief Joseph Brant Thayendanegea of the Six Nations. We will go now again back up here to principal woman of the Bear Clan, Katharina Kanagara Donkwa Taganskwaari, and her husband Brant Taowa Wengara Quinn Kanagara Donkawa, and their second child, the daughter Magdalena Lani Fisher Brant Kanagara Donkawa Tagagana Karaway, who married Johann Peter Service, son of Margarita Elizabeth de Bruin and Christianus Service, the son of Katharina Corey and Johann Daniel Servos, the son of Katharina Servos and Heinrich Zerabinas. And that is a look at a British colonial American family. Here's a different look at another of those British colonial American families. Again, we begin in Holland with Peter Gerrit Magdalenen, father Anna Peters, Sovaganek Elik, who married Peter Just van Wogelum, and their son was Adriaan Pietersen van Wogelum, and he died in Albany, New York, 1652, age 70 to 72, having married Anne Ken Peters, daughter of Trentje Thomas of Uderk, Holland, and Peter Douwes of the Netherlands. They have 2 children listed. The youngest, Jacob Adriaanse van Wogelum, is not followed through further, but the elder son, Pieter Adriaan Anson van Wogelum, called Makkelijk, which means easygoing, was a tavern keeper. And he has 3 wives listed in serial marriage form. The first be Lisbeth, and no children are listed. The second is Niwaskw. The second, the Turtle Clan, the Achtok of the Mohawk. And the third is Gici van Wogelum, the mother of Jan Pieters Adriaansen van Wogelum, whom was born in Amsterdam, apparently, albeit siring a Dutch-American family. So that tavern keeper, Pieter Adriaansen van Wogelum, called Makkelijk, maybe he was easygoing enough to visit back home Holland again, eh? We find out more about his second wife in due order, as we only have these last bits to deal with today on the subject of the Mohawk and related families in British colonial America. But here we find the rare French name that standeth out most, Tahkarihoken. We begin in Normandy, France, with Laurence Hertel, marrying Johann Colin Nero de Montaigu, again an imagined, invented name. The parents of Nicolas Hertel de la Fresnier, whom was from the Pas de Caux, a picturesque town of Croghan, France. He married Johann Marriott, the daughter of Martha Romain of Rouen, an economy of Anjou-Rouen Alps in France. Jacques Otsika Hertel de la Fresnier, eldest of 4 children, born of Nicolas Hertel de la Fresnier Pas de Caux, and Jean Marriott, was an interpreter and a fur trader whom served in the militia. Him was a prisoner of the Mohawk, or the Iroquois, I should say, or him was living with the Iroquois when the English pirates, the Kirk brothers, captured Quebec. As it was the custom of Champlain to place young French boys with the native tribes to learn the languages and the customs and to develop those familiar relationships upon which our nation is established. Hence, Samuel de Champlain is a father of our nation, of equal regard unto Jacques Cartier, and both strongly interrelated our Franco-Euro heritage with the First Nations of the Canadas. Jacques Hertel de la Fresnier was actually the preeminent interpreter for Samuel de Champlain. In his elder days, he was a lieutenant of the Marine Commandant Poste Luce Royal during the conquest of the Canada par the Normands. So who in the hell knows, my writing can get messy. And when I try and read it to you, I look foolish. But the whole idea behind these exercises together is not that I look foolish, but I prepare so as when I need to speak, I'm capable of doing so without looking so foolish. We are friends, we are family, we are together. This be the last page. And it's it seems to be centered upon Mohawk Chief Sachem of the Konwatsi-tsaienni Turtle Clan and his wife Konwatsi-tsaienni, a Mohawk woman, the parents of Sachem Konwatsi-tsaienni, a Mohawk, and his sister Niwaskw of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, Queen of the Mohawk of Hog Island. First wife here, Tahkarihoken. The parents of Tahkarihoken, who married Dutch trader Cornelius Thannewanege Hill of New Netherlands. Tahkarihoken was born 1622 in Konwatsi-tsaienni Castle and died 1646 on Vanslyck's Island, Schenectady, New Netherland colony. She is often compared to Pocahontas, though the legends of each woman be quite different. The acculturation of Pocahontas to her English husband is contrasted in Tahkarihoken's rejection of Christianity and her efforts to raise her children as Mohawks. Her husband, Dutch trader Cornelius Thannewanege Hill of New Netherlands, came to the New World as a carpenter at the age of 30 and became an interpreter for the Mohawk Nation, being adopted by the tribe and married to that French Mohawk woman who never left her village, Mohawk Castle Konwatsi-tsaienni. Now, Dutch trader Cornelius Thannewanege was the son of Antonis Tunis van Schliek, the son of Jacques van Schliek, the son of Cornelius Antonis van Schliek and Agnes Burkers. Again, Cornelius Antonis van Schliek and Agnes Burkers were the parents of Jacques van Schliek, whom wed Gici, Harmansi, Margarta Reichman, the daughter of Gici Tahkarihoken and Harman Janse Reichman. Jacques van Schliek en Gici Harmense Marguerite the Reichman were the parents of Anagurunda van Schliek, whom took to wife, or was the first husband of Gici, Hendrik's daughter, Hendrik's den Uij, daughter of Anna and Hendrik Derek Smors, the son of Dirk Smors. Konwatsi-tsaienni, the Mohawk, brother of Queen of the Mohawk of Hog Island, Nikami-Okoa of the Mohawk Turtle Clan. Him was the married twice. His second wife was Mia Kami-Okoa Kanichka, Seneca of the Seneca and Iroquois lands, a Mohawk Turtle Clan, Wyandotch, but no children are listed. The first wife of Sachem Konwatsi-tsaienni, a Mohawk, brother of Makamakioa of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, Queen of the Mohawk of Hog Island, was Mia K. Konwatsi-tsaienni of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, daughter of a mother of the Turtle Clan, daughter of Wichikata Babast and Chief Sachem Wyandotch, son of Sachem Wyandotch and Quashawan Ninnagrap-Montauk. Miake Konwatsi-tsaienni of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, the first wife of Sachem Konwatsi-tsaienni Mohawk, brother of Mekamikoa of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, Queen of the Mohawk of Hog Island. Her was married twice. Firstly to Gania Kehaki, or Konwatsi-tsaienni of the Turtle Clan, son of Quashawan-Ninnagrap-Montauk of Connecticut. Them being involved with the Iroquois nations in Albany and New Netherlands, and the father of at least 23 children. The second husband of mother of the Turtle Clan, daughter of Wichikata-Wabust and Chief Sachem Wyandotch, grandparents of Miaka Konwatsi-tsaienni of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, was Chief Wyandotch of the Mohawk Turtle Clan. Miake Konwatsi-tsaienni of the Mohawk Turtle Clan, mother of Sachem Konwatsi-tsaienni Mohawk, a son, and her daughter named Konwatsi-tsaienni of the Achtok of the Turtle Clan. Her, the wife of Peter Eder Jansen van Wogelium, called Machtilish, the tavern keeper, whose 3 children and family evolved as Dutch Americans rather than as First Nations peoples, kind of completely differently than, say, would be the children of Otis Tahkarihoken, whom preferred to raise her families strictly on the First Nations Mohawk principles. Half-sister of Konwatsi-tsaienni, Turtle Clan Achtok II, wife of Peter Adriansen van Wogelium, called Makilich, tavern keeper, was Noriko Kaneko, daughter of Miyakamiko Kanichiko of the Seneca Iroquois lands of the Mohawk Turtle Clan Wyandanch. So, I reckon you thought that'd be it, eh? No, I saved a surprise for you if you stuck it out this long. I thought you might find talking in closing of the heritage of Emily Pauline Johnson, youngest of 4 children, born 1861, died 1913. Her an amazing poetess. The daughter of Emily Susanna Howells of Bristol City, England, and George Henry Martin Johnson, an orator who fluently spoke English, French, German, and the language of the Six Nations Confederacy. The son of Chief John Smoke Johnson and Helen Martin, the daughter of Mohawk Chief George Oyatia Martin and Catherine Wanowenrere Roliston of Georgia Freehold Township, daughter of Sarah and James Roliston of Arkansas. Now, that is just an introduction to the surprise. I thought you might be tickled. Pine Tree Chief John Smoke Johnson, whom was influential both in the Mohawk and the British communities, having fought for the British Crown in the War of 1812, called Tahkarihoken, was the son of Mohawk Chief George Jacob Tahkarihoken Johnson, called Big George, who had married into the Iroquois Cayuga. Him the son of Sir William S. Johnson, called Egea, first baronet in charge of Indian affairs and superintendent of the Northern District, who married Konwatsi-tsaienni, sister of Chief Joseph Brant, Thayendanegea of the Six Nations. Sir William S. Johnson Agea was the son of Christopher Johnson Esquire, the son of William Johnson McShane, the son of Thomas Owen Johnson McShane, the son of Captain Shane or John O'Neill McShane, whom fought in 1641 in the war against the Cromwellians. The son Henry O'Neill, the son of Sir Tulloch O'Neill, Lord of the Fews, the son of Henry Nagaran O'Neill, who died leaving his wife Siobhan a widow for a second time. She had previously been married to Feardorcha O'Neill, who fathered Hugh O'Neill, 2nd Earl of Tyrone. He was the son of Fidelimid Ruda O'Neill, Lord of the Fews, who served of Teois of the Fews with his sons He fought in a rebellion during the reign of King Edward VI and was deemed a threat to the English at Dundalk. Taoiseach, Taoiseach, Taoiseach means leader of the parliament or leader of the group or Fíle Limida Ruth O'Neill, Lord of the Fuse, was the son of Abt O'Neill, King of Ulster. Tanis of Sian Agohen. Tanissi means, in a Celtic sense, the heir in being the most vigorous adult kin. For example, when asked to whom his kingdom would go, Alexander the Great said, to the strongest. And here we see that again exercised. Abt O'Neill, King of Ulster. Later, Taoiseach of Tahkarihoken, Tyrone, was a son of Hugh or Aldo O'Neill, founder of Clan O'Neill of the Fuse in South Ireland, whom was excommunicated by Archbishop John May of Ireland. Him, the son of Owen McNeill, the son of Owen O'Neill, King of Ulster. The son of Neil O'Neill, Prince of Ulster. Hugh or Aldo O'Neill, founder of Clan O'Neill of the Fuse of South Ireland, excommunicated by Archbishop John May of Ireland, was the son of Owen O'Neill, Prince of Ulster. The son of Neil O'Neill, Prince of Ulster, King of Tyrone. The son of Niall More O'Neill of Tyrone, Prince of the Irish in Ulster. Him called the Unyielding Tower against Trinity, and styled the Grand O'Neill as a defender of Ireland. Titled so by the Anglo-Norman aristocracy because he was a champion of dignity and preeminent in that principality. He died at an advanced age. Niall More O'Neill of Tyrone, Prince of Irish at Ulster, was the son of Hugh the Fat O'Neill, King of Ulster and Tyrone, aka Adrahamir O'Neill, or the Red Hand. The idea of the Red Hand is rooted in Gaelic culture as a sign of great warrior. Now again, we find another interesting connection between, if you see my horse, Melgrenix, that mare beareth a red hand print, don't she? And that is because of our Solutrean heritage, but more so it is more akin onto the riders of the horses, and that goes all the way back to the Amazons. So that's after the Solutreans. Let's go back to our study. Niall More O'Neill of Tyrone, Prince of Irish in Ulster, the son of Hugh the Fat O'Neill, King of Ulster and Tyrone, aka Adrahamir O'Neill the Red Hand, the son of Donald the O'Neill. Him was at odds with the English in support of Odd Budhi and Neil Coulash O'Neill. He had been summoned by King Edward I to fight against the Scots in 1302 and went, and again in 1314. And after the Battle of Bannockburn that year, offered to resign and invited Prince Edward Bruce to be King of Ireland. Contrary to Ireland's native Brahon law. Edward the crowned King of Ireland at Dundalk. He might have been killed at the Battle of Falkirk in 1318. I don't know. It says it just mentions the Battle of Falkirk in 1318. So we return again to Donald O'Neill, son of Brian Cathan an Duan O'Neill the first, son of Anagurunda the Red O'Neill, the son of Ed in Machem Toilesk O'Neill, killed by Malagilin and Ardgel MacLaughlin. Ed in Machem Toilesk O'Neill was the son of Mirach Sheetak Mugi O'Neill, who married a daughter of the O'Floyan line. Was slain in 1160 in one of the chronic battles between the O'Neills and the MacLaughlin. They had fought each other for generations. The assailant whom killed him was in turn killed by him in a later battle. Mirachirtak Mugi O'Neill was the son of Tahkarihoken O'Neill, was the son of Constable Nafiota Boha O'Neill, whom was murdered in 1170. Constable Nafiota Baha O'Neill, bless his soul, was the son of Flatarch and Lochla Fita O'Neill, the son of Daniel and Dogadahama O'Neill, the son of Atalham O'Neill, Lord of Ailic, whom participated in many raids and battles with his father, and became King, Adlich, and Prince of Ulster and Tyrone. Him the son of Fleich Burktak Mac Mirchiltag O'Neill, King of Ailach and Prince of Ulster and Tyrone, whom was slain in battle in 957, R.I.P. Fleithertak Mac Mirchiltag O'Neill, King of Ailach, was the son of Mirchiltag O'Neill MacDomnail, was the son of Domnail O'Neill Mac Mirchiltag, High King of Ireland, the first king to be called High King in his obituary, having died in a monastery, Armagh, Ireland. The son of Mirchiltag MacNeil, King of Ireland, killed in battle against his uncle Olaf, Danish King of Dublin, before he was made High King. Mirchiltag MacNeil, King of Ireland, bless him, having been killed by Uncle Olaf, he be the son of Niwaskw Mac Ealda, High King of Ireland, and King of the Senel Eogain. Niwaskw Mac Edo, High King of Ireland, was the son of Ed Finlat MacNair, the Fair Warrior, High King of Ireland, who came to power at a critical period during raids by Vikings, Norse Irish, and Norse Gaels, who established North settlements in that half-century. Ed Finlat MacNair, the Fair Warrior, High King of Ireland, was the son of Niall Cale O'Neill, High King of Ireland. He was the son of Ed Ordene MacNeil, Ard Ri Na Ha'eran, High King of Ireland, killed at the Battle of Furta, 819. Him the son of Niall Frosak MacFirgel, Ard Ri Na Ha'eran, king of Ailech, and Prince of Ulster, Cogneal of the Showers, king of Tara. Him also died a monk in the Hebrides, having abdicated in the favour of Donchad Midi Macdom no Frosach. Neil Frosach MacFirgil, Adrina Heroine, whom died a monk in the Hebrides, was the son of Fergal Macmail Dwin, Adrina Heroine, who was killed in battle against Leinstermen at Kildare, Ireland, 722, having been beheaded. He was known as Fergal the White Gael. Him was the son of Mael Duin Macmail Fithrich, king of Ailech, killed in the Battle of Letherby, Ireland, 681. He was a prince of Ulster and a chief of Sinil Iogani. Mael Duin Macmail Fithrich, king of Ailech, killed in battle at Letherby, Ireland, was the son of Mael Fithrich Macedo Urad O'Neill, the son of Ed Ardenac Macdomnel Ilchlak Ardena Heroine, the son of Domnel Ilchlgach Mac Mirchelteg Ardrina Heneirnan, whom died of plague, the son of Mircheltak Mac Mirdeg, king of Ailech, whom died a supernatural death, being murdered with his wife, being drowned in a vat of wine in the house of Cletak, and being burned by fire, and crushed by the falling roof beams. Now Mirtak Macmiridag, king of Ailech, whom was so supernaturally murdered, was the son of Mirdak Maciogen Reina Ailech, king or chief of the Singal Iogani, son of Iogan MacNeil, first king of Tyrone, Tiriogen, North Ireland, king of Dal Eredi, whom is buried in St. Patrick's Church. Iskahian, Inishoa, Donegal, Ireland. And Iogan MacNeil, first king of Tyrone, was the son of the first confirmed High King of Ireland, called Nial Noagelach Mac Echtach, of the 9 hostages, Reina, or king of the Conchita, 126th High King of Ireland. And I thought, you might find that interesting, Mr. Bay.